Good morning, time for the message of the day. I'm going to start off with this. Don't let your behind the scenes struggles compare to everyone else's highlight reels. Think about this for just a minute and I bet you can relate. Behind the prettiest smile usually hides some dark secrets. Behind the prettiest eyes have cried the most tears. And behind the kindest heart is usually pain that we can't imagine. Life isn't always what it seems. And I think that became evident this week. Being that you're viewing this on a social media platform, unless you've been hiding under a rock, you know or saw the buzz about the color of the dress. You see, in this life, we get so caught up with this. Well, I know what I saw, or I know what I heard. Well, that's all subjective to the senses that we hold. I mean, think about it. Sometimes when you tell somebody something, they don't always hear what you told them because what you say isn't always what the other person hears. And what you think you see isn't necessarily the truth. Which leads me to this. We live a life in a very polarized world. We allow circumstances and environment to create within us a set of thinking to where we establish the way we view somebody is good or bad. Yet the real truth is we don't know the person, or we don't know the conditioning behind the reason they act the way they do. And I think that became evident this week with something as simple as the color of a dress. I don't know how many of you have read the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, but in the first chapter, and I may not get the scene exactly right, but you'll understand where I'm going with this. In the opening chapter, you get this gentleman who is on a subway, and his kids are acting crazy. I mean, they are really, really stirring up a lot of commotion. So finally, this gentleman sitting next to him says, "Sir, can you do something with your children?" And he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even realize they were acting up. We just left the hospital. My wife, their mother, just died." Now you see, that changes everything, doesn't it? All of a sudden, the gentleman who was once aggravated now has a whole different view. You see, don't hate what you don't understand. And don't judge people because you don't know the battles that they're fighting. So instead of living in a polarized world, let's find some common ground of peace, love, acceptance, and forgiveness. And let's bring happiness into our hearts. Because when we allow true happiness and true joy to come into us and go out of us, we can change the world around us. One moment, one action at a time. So, what did you really see? What did you really hear? I don't know. But the truth is, neither do you. So don't judge it and don't hate it. Just accept that things are not always what they seem. But it's up to us to make our lives better, and in that, we can make the world around us a much better place to live.